To begin, I must first acknowledge the record number of women as well as the record number of people of color currently serving in this Congress. This record represents a 59% increase from the 96 women who served in the 112th Congress. Women in this body have come a long way. I'm thrilled to continue to break glass ceilings as well as we impact history. For decades, women of all backgrounds have worked to break barriers in communities, workplaces, schools, universities. We often forget to give recognition to the lesser-known women. The great Shirley Chisholm, who was the first Black woman to serve in this body, famously said, "If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair." I say, let's take it a step further. Forget the seat, give women the whole table, and watch what happens. As a Black woman, I think about my own mother and all mothers who every day, even when it wasn't common to work, they sacrificed, occupied space where they were underrated, underappreciated, and marginalized. Without that history and those individuals, we would not be who we are today, which is why I'm proud and I'm honored to represent my home, my ancestral home of the Virgin Islands. During this Virgin Islands History Month and Women's History Month, I proudly recognize the indomitable spirit of women like Mary Thomas, one of the organizers of Fireburn, Anna Heigard, who was the woman who spoke to the governor, the Danish governor at the time, and convinced him and talked with him about emancipation, Bertha Bisholta, one of our educators, Arona Peterson, Senator Ruby Rouse, who was one of the first aide-de-camps of General Eisenhower during the war, a Virgin Islander, Edith Bourne, Lorraine Berry, one of the great legislators on our island, early trailblazers who championed women's freedom, equality, and power for Virgin Islanders. While the faces of power are growing and there's still work to be done, it's refreshing to look back to gain inspiration and encouragement from Virgin Islanders who have gone before, and these women face deliberate, unconscious bias, and yet they prevailed. We should note the importance of representation for women in leadership, politics, law enforcement, across every sphere is evident. In politics alone, evidence shows that more women in public decision-making and public policy produce policies that benefit women, children, families in general. Women are more inclined to work across the aisle with colleagues, to work in a bipartisan fashion, to negotiate. As a lawyer, I know that the best contracts, the best negotiations are when everybody has to feel a little bit of pain for it to be the best. Women are willing to do that. Loans, we know that loans given to women businesses exponentially support families and entire communities than loans given to men. We need women. Let us all continue the great work, all of us. That includes men who are brothers, sons, fathers. We need you all to break the bias and advance the cause of women's rights in our communities, our government, and our world. Throughout the month of March, let us continue to celebrate heritage, history, as we look to our future. Happy Women and Virgin Islands History Month.